Hey guys, welcome to my Xayah bird feet build. If you'd like to see a more sped up version of this without commentary, feel free to check my other video on this. The foam that I used for this build was cheap floor mats that you can purchase from Walmart or any hardware store. If you have access to the TNT Cosplay 10mm foam, I would recommend it because as you can see here, the tire tread marks on the back of the foam, I had to sand off in order for a clean connection. The glue that I used for this build was barge contact cement. When applying barge contact cement, less is more, so spread it evenly across the surface, do not glob it on. Of course, you need to let it set as per instructions. The best way to tell is whenever it is not tacky to your skin anymore. And that's roughly where I decide, hey, let's squish it together. Patience is key here. As per my reference image, I took the toes and I cut and shaped them until they fit on the shoe the way I like them. Next was gluing the toes to the base and shaping them properly. I decided to wait and shape them on the base instead of off the base because I wanted to make sure that I got the right silhouette and everything that I was going for, considering I'd never made bird feet before. For different parts, I decided to cut away a lot of material with a knife because just dribbling it down would take a lot of time and effort that you really don't need. So feel free to take like a sharp knife and carve away at like some of the edges and just a lot of material that doesn't need to be there. Next, I heat up some Warbler and placed it on the foam piece. The Warbler that I used for this was Warbler's Black Art, which you can find a link to that in the description below. I used just Warble scraps. You never want to throw away pieces of Warble because they can always be mushed up and made into other projects. These are just scrap pieces from my Kindred build. If your hands are very sensitive to heat, I would recommend getting heat-resistant gloves. You can also find them on the same website because the material does get quite hot. I just worked as a server for so long that my hands are very accustomed to heat. For this part, I took my metal clay tool and I heated up the material and started blending out my edges. Another way that you could do it is you can take your metal clay tool, be careful because it actually gets really hot, and you can hold it in front of your heat gun and heat it up along with the material to blend out your edges even further because the mixed heat just really seems to get those seams a lot more flawless. I probably could have taken a little bit more time on it, but I was really happy with kind of the organic textured look that it gave me. Here's where I really got focused on the details. I started heating up the Warbler and cutting little lines and details into it so it had this more organic and real look to it instead of being really exaggerated and cartoony with the features. I decided to go with a more realistic approach. Of course, this is open for artistic interpretation, so feel free to do it however you feel comfortable. Unfortunately, I sculpted the talons during a live stream, but essentially what I did was I took thermomorph pellets, which you put in boiling hot water. When they become malleable, you can start sculpting it into whatever you wish. I ended up sculpting the talons and holding it up to the foot to decide if they were big enough or if I liked the shape. To connect them, I heated up the Warbler and I smushed the thermomorph talons onto the base. And the Warbler actually got hot enough that it started melting the thermomorph around the seams, which just furthered the blending, which I was super surprised and very pleased with the outcome. Just letting you guys know, videos like these come out at least a week early on my Patreon $5 and up tier. If you like the videos and you'd like to support my content, feel free to follow me over there. Unfortunately, my hard drive crashed on my editing computer, so my process of how I painted these ended up getting lost. However, it's open for interpretation, and honestly, I liked them black anyway. Anyways guys, here's the finished product. I hope you liked the tutorial. It's a very good way to see what you can do with your Warbler scraps. And a couple of heelless shoes. As always, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like my content, be sure to subscribe. Give a thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you disliked it. And of course, a huge thanks to my special patrons for their generous support.